Hello everyone, how are we doing? Welcome, it's Wednesday. First question, as always, can you hear me? Hope everyone's doing okay for a Wednesday. Welcome to Farmer Cop's crew, who are brilliantly early. Very impressive. Timekeeping's out of this world. Good, we've got audio, we've got visual, we've got... What else do we need? Oh, likes! Hit the like button! I'm looking at 119 of you. 121, it's going up, and only 41 like. Hit the like button so other people can find us while we are here. So, I know some of you have probably watched today's vid already. I had to get it out. The guys at Custom sent it over just as I was going to bed last night, and I've got to tell you, so excited. This is probably the mod, and I'm getting the impression from a lot of the other people that I've spoken to as well. This is a mod that a lot of people are waiting for, and it isn't gonna disappoint when you get it. It is gorgeous. It is absolutely beautiful. So actually, the first thing I was going to do was set my field of view to 30 so we can get real up close and personal with it, and you can see. And I know I'm on a stream, so it doesn't really help that the visual can be a little bit pixelated, but the detail in this thing is absolutely tremendous. I think it will be better than the Midwest. I think so too, Trey, because it's flexible. So that issue that we have with unless you've got pan flat fields with the Midwest Duras, it will. I think this will work a lot better. But look at, I mean, let me just come around here. Look at the wiring. Look, there's writing on the wires. Yeah, I think that's too, Scott. When I opened it, so I didn't know it was coming in all those sizes. So when I opened up the pack, I was like, oh my god, this is brilliant. High definition. Very good, AJ. But look at this. I mean, what? And this is coming to console? Insane. How they've done this. I don't know the poly count. I don't know how many slots it's going to be on console, unfortunately. Not having a console, but I mean, come on. Have you seen anything as good looking as this? The Corsair, the air system. So they actually work directly with Corsair on this as well. So it's been a little bit of a partnership, which is nice to see as well. But look, even right down to the rivets and everything. It's nuts what they've done. It really is. I mean, totally hats off to them, right? 3,500 slots on console. Well, do you know what? You've got to have a trade-off somewhere, right? If you want the quality, you might have to accept a few extra slots, but yeah, it really is superb, isn't it? So we're going to give this a little bit of a spin tonight. We've got one field of soybeans ready, I think. I think the other one's still growing. But we've got one field ready. Let me just see. Yeah, so that is in its last stage, but this one down here is ready. So we will head down to field 26, and I think we'll get stuck in. So good. Even they got this bracket, I mean, so that you want to lock the header by removing that bracket. So good. I went obviously with all the options. Does anybody want to see the shop? How much meter is the largest header? It is 60 foot, which in real money, I think... I'm going to embarrass myself here now. 18 point something. 18.5, there you go. So there's the 60 foot. Ideal for Western Australia on the server. Just saying. But there's your three options, basically. Well, you've got your dividers, so you've got a few different options here. You've got your canola knives and standard. But these move as well. These move up and down, which is brilliant. Cross auger sticks that auger in the middle. Helps things get into the middle. And then there's your Corsair system, one side. Or... oh, it's only dual flow on the 60. There you go. You can have a single flow on the other ones, but not on the 60. I guess it needs the extra... power. Do we have a combine that can match the detail of the header? Yes, Tech. Custom modding again. They're 90. In fact, where is it? In fact, I would say, for me, either the Class Lexion or the 9250, again from custom modding. You've got the detail on that. I think this Class Lexion's pretty good too. Some brilliant detail in this. That's what we're going to use tonight, actually, I think. Jeremy Freeman, gas money to get to Germany. Jeez, oh. Yeah, we're still working on that. That's been my bane of my life this week. And during the comedy, Lufthansa have cancelled my flights and now are not responding to any contact. So I've tried them on live chat, I've tried emailing them, I've sat for hours on their phone system and it just says, yeah, we're too busy at the moment, please call back later. It's like, so yeah, I'm doing my head in. But we'll get there by hook or by crook. So let's run this down to the field. Look, I got on the wrong side again. Everybody picks on me for getting in the wrong side. You're waiting on the Western Australia server, just say. Are you logged in now? Oh, I was going to reset my steering wheel. I'm on 14 degrees again on my steering wheel. So this is going to be fun. The honeybee header in a field of soybeans with a little bit of dusty lands as well. Baber, how you doing, buddy? Nice to see you. Right, let's get this down the road. I'll give you a little bit of a demo of the trailer as well, which is very clever. How long of a drive or train? It's around about 18 hours. My only problem is that leaves Mrs. FSG and the kids minus a car for a week. Plus fuel, which will be criminally expensive. I'm trying to think about maybe flying to Paris and then getting the Eurostar or the train. We'll find a way. We'll find. It's going to cost me a blinking fortune though. I want about £1,000 for flights. I can get to the States for less than that. Yeah, Terminator. They cancelled them, mate. And that, like, all of them that weekend, so I can't even get there. There's no way of getting there. And then they've put the prices up to crazy. And what, £1,000? So what's that for you guys? About $1,200, $1,300 for an hour and 50-minute flight. It is nice they've used the real trailer. I agree, Peter. Yeah. Fly to New York and back to Germany. It's an option. It's an option. Right, so let's get to here. I'm gonna block the road. Today's super chat fun. Get FSG to Germany. Right, let's enter that vehicle. Let's cancel that course play course. Let's just abandon this header in the field, shall we? Oh, let me just turn off that as well. I've installed auto engine start to make it a bit easier for me. But I don't think I need to see the warnings. I need to be told I'm getting my engine turned on. No worries, Jeremy. How you doing? Hey, Polycount Taz in the house of Auntie, man. But everybody's there. Can I fly to Cologne for the same price? Saran. Everything's about £1,000 to... because I guess it's getting quite close now as well. That's half the problem. If I lived in London, it would be easier. I could just get on the Eurostar. I have to get a train down from Scotland, which is about 4.5 hours, which is quite tedious. Kind of adds to the journey a little bit. We will find a way. I don't know if he'll drop on today, but Args has got COVID. Eric, they cancelled. Yes, do you know what? How much? So I paid 400. Already the flights were expensive, £455, and they will give me £82 back. Janar, thank you for the super chat, mate. That is very kind of you. You're a gentleman. Jeremy Freeman is $5 more. Oh dear. Price to London. Yeah, they're better, but actually, I think I'd rather take the train, to be honest, than chill. Anders, stop it, guys. We don't need to do this. Listen, honestly, it's more. I'm just more ranting about being fleeced. But very kind of you all. You are very generous people. That was a bribe for Jan to get the head from West Australia. Oh, I wish I could. I wish I could. Do you know, this is something clever that Custom do. So when they send them out for preview, every single one is individual. So they know if it ever appeared on all the mod sites and things like that, they would know where it'd come from. Which is quite clever. I think it's quite a clever way of managing stuff. So I've just gone and done that. So when you connect the combine, it automatically unhitches you from the front of the trailer, which is quite clever. Now if I drop that down, now if I open up my F1 menu, you'll see on here, I'll need to tab to it, so you've got to select it, but there we go. He says, as you can't find it, where's it gone? Well, it's not giving me the option there, but if I press Q, it does disconnect. There you go. And there you go, there's your trailer, unhitched. It's a clever, clever way of doing it. I do like it. Alright, let's get this in the field, shall we? Why won't they give me all my money back from the cancelled flight? Because it was the only flight going, and they've said that due to the terms, because they cancelled it more than 14 days before the trip, you only get full refund if they cancel it, I think, within 3 days. I don't know, I've read the legal, I can't even be bothered chasing it, but shocking, really. Not happy about it, but there we go. But they will transfer me to another flight for free, so I can use the money to go on another flight. But when am I, you know? So it's a scam. I bet you all airline companies are probably the same. Oh, you must hear the noise of this, by the way. You know a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy who has a private jet. Jeremy, make it happen, mate. So they hold on to the money. If you want to transfer to another flight, yeah, we can do that for you, no problem. But if you want your money back, no, we can't do that. So, I could rant about this all night, by the way. Mr. Robson, welcome back, mate. How are you doing? I think you American guys are a lot better with your flights because you treat it. It's a lot easier, right? It's more like internal flights in the States are like buses. Seems to be a lot more hassle over in Europe. Listen to the sound of this when you fire it. Listen to the wind system kicking in as well. It's very nice. Some lovely sounds, aren't they? No, you'll be alright, Kermit. It's a bit carnage. I don't know if it's the same in the States at the moment. They don't have, after COVID, all the workers who hadn't worked for 2 years went and got other jobs, and now they don't want to come back to baggage handling and things like that. So there's not enough people to do the job, so loads of people are just getting their flights cancelled because there's nobody to receive the planes when they arrive back in the airports. It's nuts. We've had thousands and thousands of flights cancelled. I think it's Europe-wide, isn't it? 7 hours. I would if it was 7 hours, I'd drive it. I could go to Amsterdam and get the train. YouTuber Squirrel's got a plane if he's listening. Emils, thank you very much, sir. Very kind of you. It's very bumpy. I think the field's bumpy rather than the header. But there we go, there's your header. James, welcome back, mate. What's going on? Oh, not much. We're trying to... by hook or by crook, we're going to try and get ourselves to Mannheim in a couple of weeks. I did, Legion, yes. It's the hassle, it's the layover times and stuff. It's I can't really be away from home for that long. Pushing my luck already, heading out there, but header's picking up the uneven field. It is, look at it bouncing. Now this is one of those times. We could. Oh, hang on a sec. Still waiting for that universal setting to turn off open HUD with mouse on all vehicles. The header does flex on uneven ground. You can switch it between flex and solid, actually. So now, look, if I go up a little bit using the height adjustment, there we go, we've lifted it off the ground slightly, and look at that! Smooth as you like. That's it, again, that's built into the header. How clever is that? Your uncle's driving to Poland in a V8 Scania to deliver goods for you. Good for him. I respect that. Do a road trip with a car and make a vlog. If I had the time, I would love to. I would absolutely love to. That would be quite fun, wouldn't it? Jonathan Kenwood, how am I finding the honeybee header? It is exceptional. This is probably the only word I can describe. Is there a yield? But I don't think there is. But it would be nice if there was, wasn't it? Certainly the custom guys haven't mentioned it. But it would be a nice little yield bonus, wouldn't it? If you knew you could, using this system, you get maybe an extra, what, 2% across the field? Because that tot up's quite a lot, wouldn't it? So yes, with the air boom it does flex because it's hinged in the middle and you can see the rubber pipes at the ends. So you do get, it still flexes, which is quite nice. And with Dusty Lands as well. Is FarmSim game in? I think I saw him earlier on. I think I'm running at a sensible 2 times. Jamie, nice one. Hopefully it'll be soon. I know they've submitted it for testing. I don't think it's on the test list yet. But I've had a bit of play around with it this afternoon and obviously tonight, and it's faultless. I can't see any issues with it. So hopefully we should be good. Hopefully we should be good. Quite nice doing soybeans. You don't have to unload the combine as often as you do when you're doing corn. Am I running shaders? I am not, Legion. I am. This is legit base game colours. Oh, so there you go. Road up the side of the hill there. Now nothing's going to flex on that. That's so steep. Get myself lined up down here. We should be fine. There we go. I tested it out at higher speeds yet. I don't, because I don't have a combine that will go at higher speeds. 12k I think it will go, won't it? If the combine can keep up. No, Nabus, how are you doing, mate? Nice to see you. So, Scott, free-for-all there, everyone, has finally taken the plunge and done his first ever video, and I can vouch that it does look a lot better because your edit was brilliant, Scott. So Scott has just done his first ever vid, and Scott, can you post it in the chat here, because I think we should do the classic FSG thing and big up new content creators and people who are giving it a go for the first time, and head on over and watch his vid, give him a sub, give him a little bit of a kickstart, and actually watch the video because it's very good. Some of the animation work when I'm not giving too much away. There's an incident very early on in the video, and the way it's he's edited it is very clever. So strongly recommend you go over there, give him a sub, give him a like, and check it out. Do I run real straw mulcher mod? I do have real straw. In fact, I think I may have turned it off, but it's quite good, isn't it? Am I going to do I do another headland? I'll do a. Which way am I going to run this? That's just about. I was going to go just top and tail it, but actually the shape of the field I'm going to go. There you go. There's Scott's vid. Definitely, you know, in terms of quality, I think the man's got it. There you go. It's always nice to get a little. So it happened to me. I'll still be always grateful. I know he's not doing YouTube. He's not doing FarmSim. He's hardly doing any YouTube content because he's so busy. But Silver News did it for me. He was very kind. I had about 30 subs, and he gave me a shout out on his channel, and he got me a real kickstart, which was great. So, but it's good. It's good. I said to Scott before we started, he's got his mic volumes nice and loud. He's got a good storyline going. His footage is clear and clean. It's very good. Honestly, all credit to anybody that gives it a go, because it is. Speaking from experience, it's quite daunting at the start. You kind of like what will happen if I do this. So fair play to anybody that gives it a go. Look at that overlap. Grandad FSG would be coughing into his whiskey. Look at that. Dusty lands when you reverse and the dust cloud comes back with you. It's brilliant. What do you think of Scroft FSG? He's like Daggerwin, but without the drum. Scroft's great. Scroft and I, we don't actually speak as much as we used to. I think it's because he's so busy with his channel, but we used to chat a lot, actually. He's a good guy. Lives not a million miles away from where I was born and grew up, so yeah, I like his content. He does some good stuff. Very chilled to watch. Can't wait for Dusty Lands to come out. Well, I saw it on the test list again today, so fingers crossed. It must be almost there or thereabouts. I saw the exhaust. I saw the exhaust one the other day as well. Was on. I'm guessing that either failed or is sitting there waiting to go live. Did he do the crisps fire? He did, Peter. He did. I don't think he did it. I think somebody modded it for him, but I think it was his idea. But yeah, that's quite good mod. R.I.P. Tennorblade. Yes, indeed. Yeah, that was sad news this week. Poor guy. Wouldn't wish that upon anybody. But he still had his sense of humour right at the end. And what was this family posted? See you later, nerds, or something like that, which was quite cool. Dynamic exhaust, dusty lands, real kind of immersive mods. I think they're going to be brilliant. Farming Sim Pro. Wow. Oh, I'm full. Too busy reading the chat and blether along to you lot. Didn't realise I was full. Right, I suppose I better go and get a... Let's see, I'm on the 45-foot version here. Yeah. I did think about the 60-foot. But I think there's probably very few combines that will have a long enough pipe to do it. Probably the X9 Customs class. Let's go here. I think we've got a... I think we have, yes. So yes, Sid Modding's X9. The class 250s. The class 250s? The custom modding 250s, the cases. And even this class, I think, with the 60-foot header, I think that pipe's too short. You might be able to squeeze it in, maybe. Anything lower than a 50-foot pipe, I think you'd struggle. Take care, Jeremy. Appreciate it, mate. Thanks for dropping by. How's my game audio, by the way, guys? It's very quiet for me. Can you fast farm on console with that header? I don't know, I don't do fast farming. Or have a console. Need ESAP to make the pipe longer, yeah. Good, it's not too quiet. Must have my headphones turned down. Mac, what's fast farm? Fast farming's basically if you don't want to farm at normal speeds like 6 miles an hour for combining, you can. I think in 19, I don't even know how you do it. In 19, you just used to lift and drop the header very slightly, and it would churn out. You could farm at combine at like 25 miles an hour or whatever it was. But I don't know if it's the same for 22, is it? James, I think the case, they have 50-foot extendable, so they've got a pipe I think the same length as this one. So they should be alright, but even this, your pipe will be pretty much in line. If you've the 60-foot header on, your pipe would pretty much be in line with the outside of the thing, so it'll be close. Yeah, same as custom work speed, Mac. Yeah. It's really a console thing because they don't have the luxury of custom work speed. Could have done with that, yeah. Certainly could have. Maybe I'll sweet talk the custom modding guys and see if we can get it on the server. You'd all have to sign. You'd all have to sign pretty substantial waivers to say you wouldn't get rid of it. How good was that? That it was bouncing up and down and shaking away until we turned the height adjustment on. What a difference. Oh, is it only base game headers? Wasn't there more combines than FS90? They would have had 50-foot pipes, Trey. I don't think anything... I've not seen anything with a pipe longer than 50 foot, unless it's kind of crazily unrealistic. But a 50-foot pipe on something like the X9 is fine, because you can direct the nozzle, and it can spit, you know, another 10 feet further out, which is fine. Espen, I am doing very well, my friend. How are you? You should definitely check out Custom Modding's class combines. They are excellent. Alex APF Dusty Lance is not out yet, unfortunately. It was on the testing list today, so if all has gone to plan, it may be out in the next day or so. Alternatively, it might need to go away for a few more tweaks if Giants aren't happy with it. Yeah, Isab made the yellow class with a longer pipe, that's right. Yeah. It was like generally people were coming out in hives watching this the other day with hay fever sufferers. They were like, oh my god, the dust! Liam Coleman, do I prefer seasons in 22 compared to 19? That's not Coleman. Is that Coleman? Sims. Coleman Sims. Quick answer, no. They're not as flexible. I don't like the fact it's a little bit harder to put your own geos in. It's just not as polished yet, but I think it will come. Hopefully they'll develop it a bit more. It's their variant on it as well, you've got to remember. And it's not bad in any way, shape or form. I think it's really good. It's just different. Is it possible to use auto drive to load and unload a road train? If so, how do you get it to move to the next trailer? So put your unload point way past your final of your 3 trailers, Music Man. And when it pulls up, when the auger wagon pulls up, it will load the first trailer. And if it empties, it will disappear off and get another load. Or if the trailer's full, it will move to the next one and continue on. In fact, if you watch the Western Australia 50k stream that we did the other day, that actually demos it really well, actually. He's got a longer pipe than he does. But he genetically modified his. Mine's legit. Family stream, family stream, family friendly stream. Right, let's fire up some GPS now so we can at least try and drive in a straight line for a bit. See, what's the version of deer corn with soybeans? Auto with it. There we go. Let's see how we go here. Chris the Irish Gamer, that you would be correct, sir. That is. Let's whack it up for a laugh, shall we? Love a bit of 3 times Dusty Lands. Probably about right for soybeans as well, isn't it? They typically... Oh, it's going to kill me, that. I hope Tim Maslin's not still on. I'll be getting upset about that. I'll have to fix that. What are we doing? Let's put this back down to 2. 3 was a little bit excessive there. When am I doing a Twitch stream again? Yeah, I need to find some time, don't I, Peter? It is very nice. Yeah, the OCD trigger has kicked in. Oh, twice. Right. Right, before we do another row, we're going to have to go and get all of this painful. Just grab these little bits. I need the 60-foot header. There we go. 3 little notches as well. And there's that. Oh, in fact, let's go and get that. I can't leave it. Long kill in cab. Yeah, well, once we get these little bits, I'll do a Dusty Lands in cab because it looks good. And actually, it looks quite good with the. You can see the honeybee as well. There we go. Too busy reading the chat. I need to change my setup. I need my chat back up here. Hate it down on this tablet. Tim, take care, mate. Look after yourself, buddy. Don't work too hard. Right, last little notch here, and then we'll actually go up and down properly. There we go. Probably need to go and get a rig at some point. Now, what are we going to do with these soybeans? We just sell them? Trying to think what production's on here. Oh, you can do soy milk. Can you do soy milk? I'm trying to remember which map's which now. Soy milk on Middleburg, I think. The soy milk. Right, here we go. Right, yes, in cab with the dust. How real? That's pretty realistic, that, isn't it? Now, did I turn my GPS on? Can't see my green line. Nice detail in this cab as well. I think this is a custom modding. I think this is same people as custom modding, isn't it? It's maybe one of the guys from Custom left and did this combine. So it's right up there with the... It's right up there with the quality. Yeah, GPS and Dusty Lands. Like you said, it's realistic. The detail, honestly, this header, if you missed the start, guys, strongly advise going back and having a watch of it, because we did a little bit of a walk around, zoomed in, and it's crazy the detail on this thing. It's so good. Feed them to the hogs. I don't have any hogs, so let's make some soy milk. That's got to be quite lucrative, hasn't it? There we go, wait for it to ping. There's the white line. Okay, I'm on a game save. Lined up, drop it down, and off we go again. Look, dust clears as you turn, and then kicks back in. So good, we're at 55% in the tank as well. Magic. That's a 2, so we bump it up to 3. Look, if you whack it up to 3, actually, the worst of Dusty Lands is out of the back rather than the front, so if I do this, oh, got a little bit of a, there you go. I know people that combine in weather like this, in dust like this. David Dawson, how are you doing? Jamie, will I be showcasing Mapper Italia this Saturday when it's released? Yeah, maybe not on Saturday, Jamie, because I'm away this weekend. Actually, believe it or not, I'm in Germany this weekend. I'm going to see Coldplay with Mrs. FSG. But I've been waiting for that to come out, Jamie, because I actually think that is the map that you want to do grapes on. That is the one that you want to do grapes on. So I actually could see myself playing on that quite a little bit, because it's going to be good, that one. It's anything like it was in 19. Gorgeous, gorgeous map. Putting the lights on, yeah, will do, Peter. Let's see what that looks like. Honestly, I said, did I turn that on then? Yeah. I said that for a while now I've been looking forward to seeing this header. And you know when something just lives up to all the hype that you've kind of prepared for you? This really does. Lights on. Oh, that's quite good, isn't it? Does work. Feed the beans to the mother-in-laws. Yeah, it's a gorgeous map. If it's gonna be, I mean, I'm sure it'll be as good as. Choose the header or Coldplay. It's a tough one. I don't think Mrs. FSG's watching the header. Yeah, you can listen to Coldplay on Spotify, right? Wonder how bad the contrast will be at night with the lights on. Yeah, that's a good one. So Args isn't going to join us tonight. Can we keep a secret? Why not stay? Because I have a job and a family, Peter. But yes, I did think about it. I got Argsy a present to cheer him up, but we can't tell him. Ah, shit. Family friendly stream. I didn't swear. He's here. Oh well, I'll cheer you up anyway, Args. Hang on, let me turn around and set the combine back. So, because Args has COVID, and he's feeling sorry for himself, I thought I'd send him a little present. And it arrived today. It took longer to arrive than I was expecting. Obviously in FSG colours, because there are only FSG colours. But there's one winging its way to New Zealand as we speak. He's gone quiet. He's welling up. He's emotional. We were testing new hat types out. So that's a new way of... they print patches. So then you can put actually quite detailed designs on them. So I said, oh, well, here's a design, try this. And they did it, and they sent me two, so I've got one. Hang on, Trey, I'll do it again. In fact, can I switch to full camera? Will full camera work? Probably not, because of my issues the other day. No. Ah! You're not supposed to see that. It says argsy rules, Trey. There you go. Right, let's go and get our... oh god, we're going to get through this field pretty quick, aren't we? And I don't have anything else to combine with it. We'd have to go back to corn. I will put a picture on Discord, I will. I was going to keep it a secret, but I'm rubbish with secrets, so... There you go, Args. Smashing the hashtag. Yeah, that was an extra $10, so I didn't bother doing that. I like him, but not that much. Come out of cab, see if I've totally goosed this. I have. Look at that. Miles off. Useless. Let's hopefully it won't take a month to get to you, Args. It's a good test for my shipping as well. This guy, Hudson, he tried Farming Simulator a couple of years ago and couldn't even begin to figure it out. It's, I agree, there's a lot, especially if you're not a farmer, there's a lot to get your head around in terms of, there's some good stuff, there's a really good cheat sheet and things like that that you can, download now, which will help you out. Are you tempted to give it another go? I would. %79%. What should we do? Let's go and get a truck, shall we? Let's go and get ourselves a truck. I think we've got one just lying around here somewhere. Yes, indeed. That's one we used last episode, isn't it? So Music Man, if Music Man, are you still here? I'll try and describe, because I've not got auto drive set up today, I'll try and describe it for you as to what it does. It wasn't very good in 19. Oh, forget which country I'm in there. It didn't do it it did not handle dual hoppers very well in 19, but I think something they've sorted for 22, which is quite good. Julie Schwarm, hello, how are you? I was on PlayStation. Have they updated where you can get the custom vehicles on console? So you can get mods on console, so you can get certain vehicles on mod console, but you can't get the variety that you can get on PC because of licensing issues with Sony and Microsoft. So there is a limitation still, but I would say the majority are on console. It's probably the kind of, unfortunately, the 5% that really improve the game for the better, rather than just being extra tractors and trailers and things like that that are only available on PC. I've had to move around, Keith. I've had to move around, and actually my webcam broke last week, so I had to switch to my old one. And actually the angle is set wider, so you're seeing more of me, unfortunately. Not that anybody wants to do that. Train, how are you doing? Nice to see you. When I first started FS, every time I asked my husband how do you do something, he would say you need a machine for that. But would never stop buying separate machines. It does feel a bit like that sometimes, doesn't it? So, I don't know. Ah, Music Man's still here. So, Music Man, I'll try and demo this. So if you've set up an auto drive course and you've got your trailer there, and you're bringing your auger wagon in, so you'd set a waypoint in the field with your trailer like that. You'd run your auger wagon along here, but instead of putting your waypoint for your auger wagon here, put it like way up here. So you'd put your auger wagon unload point here with auto drive. So what'll happen then is the tractor will try and drive all the way to here, but as soon as it hits the trigger that is in the trailers, it'll notice it's got an unload point, so it'll unload in the first hopper. And then if there's more space, so let's say, look, just like this, he rolls over the first hopper and starts loading up. Now, there's not enough in here, I think all of this will go into this first hopper, but let's say this hopper was 3/4 full. When it unloads here, when it filled that first hopper, it would then try and go to the unload point. And what it would do, it would roll forward, find the second trigger, and just start to unload there. So, yeah, it kind of works itself out pretty well now. So as long as you remember to put your, I would say, 10, 15, 20 feet past the cab of the truck, you shouldn't have any issues. That's a tip for all unload points, actually. Everything from a silo to, you know, anything you want to unload. Take your unload point way past where you want it to be, because but the auto drive's clever enough to realise when it hits an unload trigger to stop. Yeah, unload was rubbish as well. It just, yeah, one hopper and then it come back with a full hopper. It was incredibly frustrating. Right, let's push on. Where's the dog this evening? She'll be in, Mark, don't worry. She's, we'll be getting to that point where everybody else goes to bed and she'll come and find me. I'm like the guy that gets the attention when there's nobody else about. Who the best person to ask about courseplay on Discord, please? Depends what you want to know, Peter. Argsy's pretty handy with it. I used to be. I'm a bit out of shape at the moment, but I'll always try and help. Mr. Junt, how are you, sir? You're back from your massive road trip? Are we all still drooling over the header? On the fly, let's adjust the height, or lower the height. Soybeans, it should be a bit lower, shouldn't it? But you can see the auger pipe moving as that's holding left, that's holding right mouse button down. So good. Oh, COVID as well, mate. You and argsy. Not washing your hands. Hope you're feeling okay, mate. Oh. Nearly overcooked to start there. Just like hanging out. He said he had a long road trip, but I didn't realise it was that long. On the screen where it says CP, it says false in brackets under it. On the screen where it says course, do you mean that pop-up, Peter? If you can help Peter here. On top of the HUD. Is courseplay false? Ooh, I don't know about that. Heard of that one before. Right, we're going to get through this field relatively quickly. We've got more corn to do after this, so don't go away unless we can look at a contract and find some more soybeans. Just to use the header for a bit longer. What do we think? We can get it all in one trailer load? Probably not. Bad mod hub. Let's go back in cab. It was quite good in cab, wasn't it? Glass screen is my next screen, I think, for Sim Dash. Kind of tempted by it. Quite nice screens, actually. Visually quite attractive. The graphic designer in me approves of them. I would if I was moving back to my 32 inch. I've got 32 inch curved over there for editing on, and I've got a 27 inch curved here for playing at the moment, and I want to switch back to them. Now I've done the thing with the standing desk, so I need to sort that out at some point. Getting my order in with Mrs. FSG. Started a trend now. There's a head flex. It can do, John. So what was nice as well before, I'll show you if we can adjust it down now. Let's get ourselves lined up. Oh, I was further over than I thought. So when we started, let's do. So you've got a header adjustment here. You can see it on the little white wheels underneath. So when we started, we were running like this, and look at the combine pogoing all over the place. Bouncing up and down, and just generally not a fun ride. But we just raised it ever so slightly on the little wheels there. Barely enough to notice. But then, had to go a little bit higher. There we go. Mrs. SG doing everything in her power to not be on camera. She's literally reaching around the back of the monitor to give me a beer. But yeah, there we go. Raise the header there, and running nice and smooth now. Michelle, how are you doing? Nice to see you. Beer time indeed. Unless you should try it on just on one widescreen. I've got my super wide. Can you see it? That's a 34-inch super wide for the sim rig. That now, if I used that, I'd be head tracking. What res are my 32-inch mods? They're 4K. 4K MSI ones. They have lights on them. And do you need different courses to unload the auger wagon to a semi-trailer, or can you use the same auto drive course? You can use one auto drive course and pull elements off it. I tend to create a second loop course for the auger wagon to avoid collisions, but you can as long as it works, you can do it any way. You can do it any way you want. Good evening, Wayland. How you doing? There we go. I think we'll clear this pretty quick. We're definitely all going to get all this in one trailer. That is good. Farmer Ed has spoken. If you're on Green Valley and you want to make life easier for you, download Farmer Ed's wonderful Green Valley auto drive course. It is very, very good. He's got one out for I keep calling it Wyoming now, and it's not. It's Elk Mountain. He's got one out for Elk Mountain now, which is brilliant as well. Music Man, are they? Lights made it better. Are they 60? No, they're 144 hertz as well, so they're nice and smooth. Dean, thank you very much, mate. Yes. Yes, very very enjoyable stream and a lovely milestone. Actually, it's been nice. Shane, if you hit !auto drive in the chat, you'll get a link to it. Aussie, can't bring yourself to go back to 32 or even 36 inch screens. 30, I love 32 actually, it's a decent size. They're MSI ones, Music Man. I just waited till they were in the... sometimes you get deals, you just grab them. Didn't need them, obviously, mine were fine. But my son was like, oh, you've got new monitors, what are you doing with your old ones? Straight into his room. So I was saying at the start, actually, that custom modding worked in tandem with Crary. So they've actually been working with them directly to make sure this was as authentic as possible, which I think is quite cool as well. Always like it when... I'm also interested to know if these are coming to console. Is Honeybee a brand that's got a license with Giants, or... I was confused about that one. Somebody asked that today, and I don't know if it's an official brand or not. Or they'd have to be rebadged to Lizard, which would be a shame. See, even Nightbot says it's brilliant. Use a 55-inch 4K TV. I bet that looks good as well. Erin, good evening. How are you? Hope you're doing well. We are rattling through this. Will we get to the end here? I think we will. Got permission. Oh, that's brilliant. Still, I would still wonder where that stands with licensing with Sony and Xbox, though. Maybe they've said that they're okay. We shall see. You can use an existing game save, right? Yes, Shane, you just drop it into... So if you open up your game save, if you're already using auto drive, if you open up your game save and just drop the autodrive.xml into there, next time you load the game in, it'll be sitting there. Yeah, it's good press for them. It's good PR for them, isn't it? But you know, I think the I mean, I don't know the ins and outs of it, but I would wonder if the licensing has to sit with Giants. Who knows? We'll find out very quickly, won't we? Somebody else has already done it. Oh, okay, yeah. Maybe, I mean, I'm sure there's a ways around it, isn't there? So we shall see. The dog came in. No, dog's away again. Yep. We've maybe got 3 passes left here and we'll be done. Fast work. Yeah, it did say this would run quite fast, but for some reason we're only running at 6 miles an hour. Which is strange. You're liking it, are you, Keith? I have to say I'm enjoying this map a lot, and I'm only working in one little corner of it, but yeah, I think it's a cracking map. It's really nicely done. That's a nice combine this as well, isn't it? So I need to pick your brains anyway, guys, because I'm thinking next year that I might get over. So we did the Highland show this year, much fun. I'd quite like to go over to one of the big machinery fairs in the States next year. Do a little proper trip to the States. So where's the best ones to go to, or the recommended ones to go to? I know there's a good one in Canada, isn't there? And I'll do a bit of a tour around as well. Do a few vlogs. Louisville, Kentucky, Kent, yes. National Farm Machinery Show. Somebody had mentioned that. There you go. Farm Focus in Illinois. Yorkshire, great show. Out wrong with Yorkshire. Blake, what do you think of this map? Rate 1 out of 10. I would say this is a solid 8. There you go. World Ag Expo. That's quite a good one. I could stay with my brother. My brother lives in San Fran, so... Apparently you're not supposed to call it San Fran. The big chicken barn seems to be working on no man's land. That's why I've not heard from Argsy for a few days. He's not got COVID. He's been trying to sort the XML on that. Yorkshire Great Show. It's good, the Great Yorkshire Show, or whatever. Yeah. Cancel Coldplay and give me the tickets. You'd have to go with Mrs. FSG, though. Which I can assure you is far more entertaining than going with me. Oh, I thought that was one row on its own there, but there's a tiny little bit. Okay, with Kadirk, well, if I did go, I would definitely try and plan. Well, Args and I have already talked about maybe getting organised. We think Kermit's probably left now, but we were going to lobby Giants to do FarmCon in the US next year. You're getting the orders in now, Farmer Ed. You have to start a Patreon to fund them. Dog's in. We see you, Peter. We'll stick a head up in a minute. Am I still going to FarmCon or planes get? I'm still trying. I think Mr. Sim is probably the only thing I can describe it as now. I'm trying to do my best. Oh, I'd love it. I'd love to go and do a season driving a combine in the States. Give my right arm to do that. Just to say you'd done it. It'd be awesome, wouldn't it? Right, one last little patch. Not bad, that's an hour's work, and we're done. Right. Fly from out, look, same price for tickets, believe it or not, Cranky. Honestly, it's a... I've got the whole thing locked up. We will get there. We will find a way. We will find a way. Thanks, Mr. Sim. Contact. Well, do you know what? If I did, I would try and speak to some of these guys for sure. I mean, they're probably too big. I don't know, speak to a little minion like me, but they might. You never know. You never know if you don't ask, right? I'm going to ask Caleb from Clarkson Farms as well to play FarmSim with me in the winter. He says he plays in the winter, so we shall see. Or Gerald. Gerald would be his dream. Nearly done, and then we're going to go back to the corn. Gerald's a legend. Whole corn star too, yeah. Do you like the number plate I put on the combine when we were doing corn in the last episode? You used to talk to Kermit and make that a promo thing for them. Yeah. Fast Ag Montana. Getting the X9 to demo. I might make it this year, Mr. Sim, you never know. You're right though, I probably won't make it this year. No idea what he's rabbiting on about, but he can have a wee rest. Right, we're done. Let's load up this header again, so I can demo this because I quite like it. Oops! Just timed out Farmer Ed by accident. Sorry, Farmer Ed. I didn't mean to do that. It's like when Trey does it. Ollie Count Taz. Nice to see you, buddy. How's things? Right, here we go. I feel really bad for timing out Farmer Ed. I didn't mean to. That was not what I was supposed to be doing. Right, so, tip with this, about 2/3 of the way down. So let's get this lined up. Poor Ed, I hope he's sitting there going, dum dum dum, what's... I'll be back in 5 minutes. So you roll up, settle at. So I talked about this in the other vid I did today, but just so to save you watching both of them. Oh, you can watch them both if you want. Yes, turn off the header first. That's a good call. So, in fact, ridiculously noisy. Let me turn that off first. There we go. I've just left the truck running the entire time I was combining the field. So tip with this is when the two bits connect up, so that bit connects onto there, so you basically reverse this bit in front of the combine. So make sure that you can see there that the angle of the trailer is sloping backwards towards the combine, which obviously makes a lot of sense. The other check to know you've got it the right way around is to make sure there's a little hook there. Make sure that hook is facing the combine as well. Get it roughly, I would say, around about where it is there. Maybe. I think there's a little bit of give or take each way. And then lower it down. Hit the Q button. There you go, it's locked in. Then you go to here. Maybe you need to roll forward a little bit. There we go. Connected that up, and when it connects to the front part, it automatically detaches it from the combine too. So there you go. A very, very clever contraption. Now I'm just going to pull this off the road here. I'm going to sort my soybeans out. I'm going to some corn in a minute. We'll unload the trailer. Another slow light of work. Slow night at work. Bleh, can't speak. Wyatt, read the pinned post at the top, mate. They just get better and better, don't they, Keith? Honestly, I think this could be some of their finest work in terms of attention to detail and quality. We're going to get all of this into one hopper. There we go. Very good, right. Need to come back for that as well. Let's find out where we're selling this. Soybeans. Now, do we want to sell them? Or do we want to go and do some production stuff? Soy milk, there we go. Oh, we set this up already, didn't we? We just need to go to Dutchman's Dairy and not sell it. Soy milk, we could be quite rich at the end of this. Wolfie, how's it going, mate? Farmer Ed's back. Sorry, bud. Just as I did it, I think you put a comment up and I clicked on the wrong one. My bad, totally. Yeah, you have to post everything you put in. Take care, Tired. Thanks for hanging out, mate. Good to catch up. Nice bit of jakey break in there. Right, what am I doing? Let's use our common sense here. We've got, and I feel like I need to make it up to him. Let's go to productions, and it was, what was it? It was Thingamajig's Dairy, Dutchman Dairy. Off we go. Unload, please don't sell it. Son of Rag, how is it going, buddy? Have I tried Ashton Corners yet? Starting a new... I kind of keep waiting because kind of hoping that there's a few more patches to it. so I haven't looked at it for a few weeks. Might have to have another look at it. I was wondering if I noticed 50-foot auger on custom modding's Case 250 series was having issues following it when AI... So is that in-game work, AI workers, yeah boy? Or is that Courseplay? Because I don't tend to use in-game workers, so I wouldn't have noticed it. But I've not noticed anything with Courseplay. Oh. Look at that again, Ed. Amazing. Yes, in-game. I wouldn't know, mate. I've not tried them. Hello, Matt. How you doing? Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. Yeah, headers are stunning. I really hope they're out soon for you guys, because they're... I genuinely think nobody's going to use any other headers in-game again. Right. We've got a massive truck in a little dairy here. What am I saying? Every time Ed never lets me down. Perfect. Yeah, I set it to drive too. I was slightly worried it would sell rather than unload them, Ed. So I just thought I'd give myself an extra buffer there. Switch hoppers. Oh, cracky, I can't remember how to switch tip side. There we go, tip side front. Middleburg is the worst for load and unload point. No, I've not found any issues yet, but John Deere 4440, how are you doing? Nice to see you. Now this is going to be a fun one. How do we get out of here? Let's go back to... Not that I'm putting your course under undue test without good cause, but we're going to send this trailer down to field. So I think this is the last cornfield. Send it down to here, shall we? Field 17. Where are my fields? Where are my fields? Field 17. Oh no, remember I've got about 19 different things there now. Look at that. A thing of beauty, Ed. Ethan! How you doing? And how are you enjoying it now you're playing it? Oh look, we've run a red light. I'm delighted to hear that you are playing it and enjoying it. That's awesome. How slick was that, by the way? Like I said, Farmer Ed's auto drive course is pretty damn good. Oh, see, now I would have knocked that over without auto drive. The last cornfield. Yeah, I'm not driving, Keith. There's nothing to do with this, it's all Farmer Ed. He's just Farmer Ed making me look good. It's a t-shirt that, isn't it? Farmer Ed making me look good since 2020. Evening Twisted, how you doing, mate? Right, we'll dump this here. Kinda tempted Could be lazy here, couldn't I? Just park this up. Run the combine and just do an unload? What do we reckon? Okay, get out of the field. That's me. Wrong point. I forgot that I set those up for auger wagons. No crop destruction on here. FarmSim Casey, how you doing, mate? Ethan, are you on PC or are you on console? And what do you like? Do you like big fields or do you like little small farms? Do honeybee make corn headers? Good question, Tech. I don't know. I don't think so. I think they kind of focus on soybeans, peas, lentils, some of that stuff. But I think you can use them for standard crops as well. But I think they're kind of... their focus is on those kind of pulse crops. On PC and you like medium to small fields. What do you reckon, folks? Middleburg's nice for medium and small fields, although it's quite taxing on your PC. It depends how good your PC is. You might struggle a bit with frame rate. What else? Stone Valley has just come out. That's quite good. The Holler is good as well, because there's no farms on that as well, so you get the opportunity to build your own farms and stuff as well, which is quite good fun. Osada. Jason C. Thank you very much, mate, for that super chat. Much appreciated. Very kind of you. Elk Mountain's good as well, because you can cut your own fields. Yeah, very good. Yeah, Westby. Oh. Oh, no, don't unfold the header. The header's unfolded already. Right, do we throw 2 combines in here, or we just leave it over? Nah, it's a relatively small field. Let's just do it with 1, shall we? Let's not make ourselves more pain than we need to. There we go. So what we're going to do differently here, and it could be a bit laborious as we get further into the field, is we'll set it to unload the combine. Just he'll drive back to the we'll drive back to the trailer and unload himself there. Just for a bit of fun, I think. Just let it run. It's quite a nice, sometimes use it, it's quite a nice way of doing things. So there he is. Create job. Go up here. So this has started to happen with the latest version of Courseplay. It remembers the last field rather than the one you're in. And now we're saving. So what you would do here, the easiest way of doing this is I just do field position. Click near the combine, and it gives you the switches the border. So then you open your course generator. We're only gonna we'll do 2 headlands. We'll start on the headlands clockwise. Gonna leave all that as it is. Generate fieldwork course. We'll go into here. Combine self unload. Activate that. And we'll give it a go. Grain and rice headers, there you go. And belt swathers. Ooh, a belt swather would be quite nice, wouldn't it? We'll go to here. We're going to turn on this to find out where our start point is. Roll towards it. Let's change this to first waypoint. And we're going to hit the go button. And off he goes. Doing that thing with the pipe that we were having last week as well. It was already 6%, so he's not even going to get around this field before he's full. So he's going to have to then deftly... This will be worth a watch, actually. Mark Taylor, watching the stream whilst playing FS22, is there any better way to play FS than watching a stream at the same time? The joy of dual screen. Who remember? Crikey, dual screens are such a relatively new thing. When I say that, I mean, I'm older than I like to think, but growing up, like, one PC screen was it. Mr. Simulator, do you happen to know when Dusty lands? Well, it was in testing today, so it's either passed or failed. That's as close as we can go. Hello, A. Nice to see you. Such a simple name, A. You remind me of 11 in Stranger Things. You always set field margin at -1 to get edges on smooth corner. That's a good tip, Cranks. I like that. Can I do it on the fly? Or would I have to stop him now? Field edges. I think I might have to do it. Yeah, I would have had to done it. Good tip though, I'm going to remember that one. Or Q, or M, or... Yeah, I was going to say, Mark, it's probably only the last 10 years that it's really kicked off. I remember I used to work for an investment company, and they got flat panels while everybody else was still using CRTs, because they had more money than sense. But they all got duals as well, when it was still 4x3 screens as well. Jason, new to PC, where to get Green Valley? So if you do !map in the Discord here, it will send you direct to the modders pages. So if you're new to FarmSim, I would say always try your best to try and download direct from the modders. These you'll see there's loads of sites out there like ModHub and fs22.com and all these shared sites, but basically what they do is they take the mods from other places and post them. So if there's an update to those mods, they don't always get the update and things like that, and yeah, they're just a little bit dodgy. Whereas if you can go to a Facebook page or an itch.io page of a modder, the best thing to do is research and find out who the good modders are, and then you'll find the good stuff. Stole all of the screens. Jeez, oh. Join Discords as well, Jason. That's usually quite a good way of finding out who the good modders are, or where the kind of anticipated mods that people are looking forward to are coming from. Oh, we're 60%. Oh, we're not bad actually. We thought we would got as far around as this. Thanks, Ed. Yeah, that's a really good Discord there for stuff. Yeah, see, Mr. Simulation, it's all automated as well. It's not like there's some kind of guy doing it. It's robots. So once they've got it, they then don't bother going back and checking if there's an update, because it's got the same name, they don't bother. So you end up getting corrupt mods and out-of-date mods and mods that cause clashes with other mods because they've not been fixed. It's a crash. Son of Rag, once you find one top modder, you will find them all. They all share each other's projects. Yeah, that's true. I'm one of the worst modders. I wouldn't say that, Taz. Don't say that, Taz. Your stuff's good, man. Nexus Mods Vortex Mod Manager. I've never used it, Mac, but I know it's. I know a few people that use it and think it's all right. Dragon Family Gaming, how are you doing? Nice to see you. My Bluebird. Would a PS4 handle a 4X map? No. PS5 probably would, and an Xbox X would, but unfortunately they're getting a PS4 experience on PS5 at the moment because they've rolled them all together, which is a bit of a shame. Doing too much talking and not. That doesn't make you bad, that just makes you distracted. How about the Xbox? Same, I think same Xbox One and PS4, I think same issue. It would, you would really struggle from a graphics perspective. Next gen consoles, I think you might be alright. Right, here's the challenge, we're 95%. Actually, I've turned the debug on this before. It's very cool the way it scans for trailers in a field. And very early on when Corsair was relatively new. Let's see what's going to do here. Hope it doesn't crash into the telegraph poles. It does. It's kind of calculating it on the fly. You watch the rear wheels; they'll kind of just twitch about a bit. Oh, good point. I do need to open the cover. The things you forget to do, eh? FarmSim Casey, Green Valley looks to have the best background hills and water. Green Valley is good, also Elk Mountain is brilliant. Hello? So this is a frustration with courseplay and longer headers, actually. Longer pipes. There's no collisions on that trailer either. Yeah, Middlesbrough chews through frames, definitely. It's intensive. You put a lot of trees and a lot of detail in it. Just do it to you, Ethan. Just type nothing but exclamation maps just in the chat. Map. There you go. Lost Boys, no shaders here, mate. I am running base game. I don't think you can on this one, Cranks. I think you can on the X9. He's going to reverse all the way back, or is he going to get to a point and try and do a U-turn? No. Okay. Oh, he's quite clever, isn't he? We'll give him that. I'm impressed. Oops. I was going to tab, but it's always miles away. So like I say, on smaller fields, this is not a bad way of doing it. Maybe a bit slower, but if you're off doing other stuff, it works well. That was faultless, really, wasn't it? Other than it lining up a bit wrong. I'm going to adjust that header next time. So when will I do forestry and farming simulator? Last Tuesday, 2 days ago. Args and I did some forestry. I think we might have to give it another go when the new Volvo pack comes out, though. That was a fun announcement this week. They'll do some nice stuff with them. Dunk. Should cut in again now. Never saw. No, neither did I, Cranky. Neither did I. But that's big. That's probably the biggest announcement since John Deere for them. That's a big coup, that one, having those guys on board and looking like they're really into it as a partnership. Like looking like they're really gonna support them and throw some stuff at it. So that's cool. Very cool. Lone haul. Day off work. Did I see DJ driving off? I did, yeah. Yeah, what a great trip for him, right? Flown over to Sweden and get to see all that stuff. Awesome. Yeah, they said it's not just going to be forestry stuff as well, didn't they? They said there's going to be a range of stuff, so that's good. Always nice to see variety. Big fan of loads of variety. Right, what should we do? Should we leave this guy now he's doing his thing? Do we need to babysit him with that truck? What do you think? Big sponsor of Gold Rush also. Yeah, Taz, I'm excited. I think they'll do some good stuff. I'll have somebody put in the chat when it was going out, oh excellent, we can get an XC90 in game now. There's going to be, I don't think there will be a Peterbilt in game, in base game. I think because they've got Mac are owned by Volvo. No, maybe I'm getting this wrong now. Mac are owned by Volvo, right? Brian, you did yourself an injury, slipped and fell and broke your shoulder. Oh, unlucky, mate. Get well soon. Mac, yeah. So I think there won't be Peterbilt in... Wonder if they've got their own terraform to use a big dumper. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Or some big Volvo equipment for Elk Mountain would be nice, wouldn't it? Did you see the new FarmSim game on... Yeah, so that's from Grant Hilbert, and Kadirk's been helping on that as well, because he's from a tech and dev background, so he's been sitting on that for 9 months, itching to tell everybody about it. Looks really good, doesn't it? Graphically, it looks really, really good. Dragon Family Gaming, hey the FarmSim guys, plural. Wow. Don't think anybody needs to have two of me. FarmSim Casey, I use Adobe Premiere Pro. I did start out using HitFilm Express. If you want a decent, easy to use package, if you're just starting out and you've not edited a lot before, I would recommend HitFilm Express. It's very good. Not too kind of overwhelming when you start it. My Bluebird, you are making 0 cents. What day are you going to pay me somewhere near of the Gold Mine edition? I have no idea what you're talking about. Is that a game save there? Yes. Autosave complete. 2 FSGs, 1 Mrs. FSG and the other for... Yeah. I'll send him over with his cap, with his argsy rules cap. Right, let's see. We'll give this one more fill up, and then we need to shift. Need to shift the honeybee header back up. We need to shift the auger wagon back up. Talking about surviving Wyoming. Don't know what you're talking about. I may have finished the first episode. It's good. It's done. It's ready to go. It's edited. There's a lot of other stuff filmed that hasn't been edited yet. But we're making progress. But I ain't going to release it till I've got... So I'm off on holiday for 2 weeks. First 2 weeks in August. So I would like to have enough episodes ready to go that you've got something to watch while I'm off. That's the plan, anyway. And you know what happens with all good plans? They fail. But that's the target. Yeah, I know, Cranks. It needs... maybe GTX, that's the sort of thing GTX will maybe fix. If you can. It might just be a limitation of the games. And a few old iron F. That's the plan, Ed. Yeah, old iron tomorrow, which I haven't edited yet because that honeybee thing dropped. So I ended up the time I was supposed to edit it today. I didn't. More time off, I wish, Keith. 14 episodes in August. every day I'm on holiday. Recording 50 minutes to make a 2-minute vid. Yeah, been there. Been there, done that. This is why you don't do. This is why you don't do time lapse. Hey, Scott's getting right into this now, isn't he? Scott, you have to post. So we'll repeat for those who missed earlier on in the vid. So Scott has just started his own channel, just put his first vid out, and there we go. Are we going to behave here? No, see? Oh, come on. You were good, and now you're not good. I wonder if it's just this truck. Sometimes the detection on trucks can be different, can't it? In fact, before I do that, can I adjust? I don't think I can with this class. Let's try though, shall we? Let's see, have I got any controls here? I think that's for doors and things. No. That is annoying. So every time I move the truck further out, he's gonna... Every time I move the truck, he's gonna move it further out. Click the icon on the course play screen. We do an offset. Pipe offset. Is pipe offset there as an option? I don't think there's anything that allows me to do that, is there? Tool offset horizontal. I don't know. What do you reckon? That'll be the header. That won't be the pipe, will it? I don't think there's anything there. A bit annoying. Oh, I'm on the truck. What a clown. Nothing to see here, nothing to see here. Still don't think it will give me anything. It's the same stuff, isn't it? Tool offset horizontal. The only way I can think you could do that would be... Well, let's just try it, shall we? You could offset it, try offsetting it by, I don't know, like a couple of feet. Oh, he's off now. Typically, the frustration of trying to find the nearest waypoint. Let's see. Just got to finish his last little bit. There we go. So now, if I do, what are we rating? Tool offset. What happens if we just do it? Because it's not much, is it? It might not have an impact on... I don't think it'll do anything though. We shall see. It's at the bottom of the mini hub. Tool offset. Oh yeah, it's there as well, isn't it? But yeah, that just moves the header. That doesn't move. We'll leave it at 1 because I think that we're not losing another row of corn there. Oh, we'll find out on the way back, won't we? Wow, time has flown. Crikey. 2 hours in already. Will there be another FS game after FS20? Yes. It's been their most popular game so far. I think they'll absolutely do another game. Oh, he's doing that thing where he does a lap of the field now, isn't he? Or is he? Is he just going to find a... Maybe it was just a long... Oh, he's just capturing the end of the row here, yeah. I have to say, Courseplay is bang on now. I mean, the fact it's made it to the mod hub suggests that it's the finished deal now. I very rarely have any issues with it. Victory lap. We watched the British Grand Prix at the weekend. What about that crash? Holy moly. He would have been properly dead a few years ago with that, wouldn't he? They're actually the same at the moment, I think, Scooter. I think the one in Mod Hub is the same one that's actually on is on GitHub at the moment. It depends if there's any like massive changes or updates, but I think they'll probably stay pretty much in tandem now. Yeah, the fans are literally flying towards them. Again, I mean, there's so many things. When you think, like, the margins for stuff... It's like think back to when Senna died. Like, the guy died because a suspension arm went through his helmet and pierced his helmet and killed him from that. But, I mean, what do you think? Like, 2 mil either side, it bounces off his helmet and he's alive to tell the tale, or maybe he won't be, because... I don't really know the ins and outs of that, but Joe there, even with the roll hoop failing and ripping the top of the car off, the halo saved his life. Mental. And then the last 10 laps, just brilliant. When Lewis took Leclerc and Perez, when they kind of went a bit wide. There's some, you know, when you get kind of quality commentary moments. I think that might be David Croft's. That was David Croft's moment of golden commentary. And did you see the Formula 2 race as well? See, there's the offset messing things up. The Formula 2 race as well with Roy Nissany. When he... the other car, that would have taken his head off. Yeah, that's the one idea. The car cut across the top where the driver sits, and if it was pre-halo, it would have decapitated. It would have been a horrible accident. Well, they say Hamilton last year. They said Hamilton would have been seriously injured in Monza when Max landed on top of him. Yeah, sausage curds are bad. Yeah, Grosjean would have been dead too. He would have been taken out by the Armco. Yeah, it's nuts, isn't it? And there's everybody moaning. I was one of them. Oh god, they look ugly. Tell you what. Jeez, oh. Sad that Kimi Räikkönen left F1. Yeah, Kimi was a legend. Kimi was a legend. Talk about, like, all of the talent and just not giving it, like, a crap about all the stuff that he had to do. Brilliant. Tasty Unicorn, nice to see you again. How you doing? Yeah, I think a lot of people are, in hindsight. It was, yeah. Like, the purists didn't want the, like, the look of the cars to change, but you kind of, I almost, it is what it is now. It kind of looks like it's always been there. You just get used to it, don't you? It almost kind of looks weird without them now. To the point that when I was on iRacing the other day, the Dallara, the IndyCar, it has an old version, and it doesn't have the halo, and I was like, no, I don't want that one, I want the new one, because it's got a halo on it. Exactly, Mark. Some, you know, you need to be standing like 1 millimeter to the left and it would have a different impact. MotoGP drive, there's another level of insanity. Did you see it was Austria last year? There was that terrible, like, accident where even Valentino Rossi, I reckon that was one of the reasons that made Valentino Rossi go, right, I'm done, when the bike flew across the front of him. But did you see the guy whose brakes failed on the main straight? And he just climbed off the bike at 200 miles an hour because that was a better solution than anything else, and just slid into the gravel track. I mean, talk about... I mean, how does that guy sit down with balls that big just to get off a bike at 200 miles an hour? Am I British? Yes, I am, A. Yeah, WRC talent, the driving talent for WRC drives, nuts. Nearly full again. I'm really annoyed this trailer's not... Ooh, do you know what we could do? I've got an idea. It's a bit silly, but it might work. Or it might actually mess things up big time. But we'll give it a go. I will go move some of this stuff in a minute. Just wondering if I run this and park it right next to the trailer. There's enough to pick up the trigger of this. We'll see. Daniel Otzen, hello sir, how are you doing? Nice to see you. Well, we've actually run over time. I'm going to keep going for a bit. I'm quite enjoying myself. I'm going to try Lufthansa after this stream as well, because their service team don't like answering the phone during the day. They're too busy. Oh, are we going to get there? Look, he's finished. Are we going to get there before he makes it back to the trailer? It's touch and go. Wednesday next week, Mark. It's my first day back in the office. There we go. So I'm going to run this right alongside. It's literally touching. Didn't touch it yet. Literally, almost as if I've banged into it, but I haven't quite. Would have been better if I didn't have some LSWs on. Now let's see if. See, look, even drives over. Should have bought another R-tip, shouldn't I? That'll do. I don't know what it's going into. It looks like it's going in the truck, but I actually think it's going in the auger wagon. God bless his left-hand on console. Yeah, that's why it doesn't work very well. Right between Hamilton, there was as well. Yeah, on those tyres, on those old tyres, Charles was driving really well. I felt for him. Ferrari and strategy. Not two words that go together very well, are they? There we go, we're just going to leave that like that. Hey! It's spam time. Now you can keep driving the truck closer as he moves on, but I think we'll just leave that as it is for now. What we'll do, we'll run our honeybee header and the combine back to the farm. Not field 25. We'll run these back to the farm, and I think we'll call it there. All crank for the trip. Oh, you're a gent, mate. We'll run this back, and we will, like I said, go and get the header. And then we will we'll call it a night. It's been a fun one, this. I've enjoyed this. Been rabbiting on like nobody's business tonight. It's good to appreciate having so many of you here. Auto drive will get you back to the farm. That's a very good point. I will send this back to the yard. We're at, right, I've just got to remember which one is mine. Fair Oaks Farmhouse Fermenting Silo. Fuel point, because we are low on fuel. Let's do that. Come on. And we will drive this back. Hey, Tasty! Good job. Come join the gang on Western Oz. It's the new it's a new multiplayer map, and it seems to have caught the imagination a little bit, which is good. Look after the header, it's on load. Very dirty as well. Wish I had more soybeans now. Oh, I hope it comes out quickly for you guys, because it is mega. Chinook, you're a legend. Thank you very much, mate. That is very much appreciated. I'm going to have to remember that header at some point. We've got some ploughing and stuff to be doing soon. And somebody said I need to test the John Deere plough because it's had a few bugs with it. Oh, you're a very good man, Tasty. I appreciate that a lot. There we go. I think we'll just pop this up at the big shed. Put some fuel in that combine. Take care, Scooter, mate. All the best. Run it around here, and we are done. Yeah, I can't see many people not using these headers. Look, I've even got... I put a second pressure washer in. A changed man, I tell you. Not I'm going to use it. That would be overkill. Carl Farm's Silverado looking good as well, isn't it? Take care, Mark. All the best, mate. No worries, cranks. We'll see you soon. We're just going to put some fuel in this, and then we will call it there, I think. Nice fast fill of that. I'm going to park this outside the shed as a reminder to clean it, because it does need a bit of a birthday. There we go. What are you waiting for, Jan? Me? Daniel, welcome. Farm Work 2. Chinook as well, sorry mate. I hope I said thank you to you. Thank you very much for the super chat, much appreciated. There we go, nice and clean. Yes, make sure you go and watch Scott's video, give him a sub and a like. Not just because I'm telling you to as well, it's actually a really good vid, it's well worth watching, storyline's great. Everything about it's really sharp and on point, so definitely go support him. Scott, post it again. Post it before you're back. Header. Right, fine, I'll go and do it. Fine. Bullied into cleaning my own equipment. There we go. Nice dirt map on it as well, of course, as you would expect. That'll do, I think. Right. There we go, folks. Hope you enjoyed seeing that. Like I said, fingers crossed. It'll be out very soon. It's very good. Very good indeed. Yeah, delighted if you guys can get play with it as soon as you can. But in the meantime, if you want to watch it, you can watch this again, or you can go and check out the preview vid. But thank you all. Good chat tonight. Good banter. Nice to see you all. Have a good rest of your weeks. And yeah, not much going on this weekend because I'm away. But we'll be back for live stream next Wednesday. So take care. All the best. See you soon. Bye for now.